Last night, the Sixers beat the Clippers with a performance that was exciting and frustrating and promising and messy and basically had 12 things all going on at once, which is pretty much how you would describe Philadelphia's team overall right now. Oh, and there was a Kardashian-Jenner sister involved.
No,
because of course there was. And one of the actors from Curb Your Enthusiasm heckling Joel Embiid. But we can get to all that later. First, let's talk about Embiid hitting the floor like a tornado, destroying any Clipper in his path. And yes, that included 7'3" Boban. Sorry, Boban. That basket was part of a nice blitz for Embiid, who has had an eventful last month or so. Remember, he's publicly complained about his role and the way Brett Brown uses him on the perimeter, although that has a lot more to do with the team still needing more shooting and spacing on the roster than it does with coaching. He's tried to push himself physically, playing about 34 minutes a game, and he's pretty significantly shifted his social media habits. No, his Instagram is not full of inspirational cat quotes now or anything, but you do have to scroll back pretty far to find him trash-talking anyone. He recently said he has stopped doing those kinds of posts because he's maturing and because he's spending more time with his girlfriend. And certainly he must mean it if he didn't post anything after last night's game, because there sure were plenty of ripe opportunities. First, there was this incident. Embiid does not like Patrick Beverley doing all his regular Patrick Beverley things there, and a scuffle breaks out.
Just being Patrick.
Yeah, you know, just being himself.
Yeah.
Both of those guys ended up with text. Then about 2 minutes later, this happens. Yes, Jimmy Butler and Avery Bradley getting into it, and apparently, I don't know, the refs must have been worried the game was getting out of control, because after this, both guys were ejected. Still, the most noteworthy conflict of the night had to do with not opposing players. Instead, it was this rebound in the third quarter. Watch both Embiid and Ben Simmons go up for the ball. Simmons ends up elbowing Embiid in the face, and as he gets up off the floor, he yells toward his own bench, something we can't play on TV, but it involved a lot of curse words and asking why Simmons was going for that rebound in the first place. So yeah, that's not so great. Embiid would later say his reaction was amplified by flashbacks of what happened to him this past spring when teammate Markelle Fultz collided with him and ended up breaking a bone in his face. Here's the quote. "I kind of freaked out because that's my same face I had surgery on. That's why I lost it. It's a basketball play. Nothing to talk about." So there you go, folks. Teammate cursing at another teammate. Nothing to see here, apparently. Oh, and Embiid's post-game media session was also interrupted by this.
Hey, Joel, Jeff Garlin, Pirates of the Caribbean magazine. Which is your favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Huh? Which is your favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie? The first, second, third, The Ride?
First, second, third, The Ride. You cannot make this stuff up. Nor could you make up that a group of Sixers fans have now started a petition to keep model Kendall Jenner, who is dating Ben Simmons, from attending Sixers home games. They feel she is bad luck, a notion that Sixers co-owner Michael Rubin called, quote, ridiculous. Yes, that is a real quote from a real Business Insider magazine story about this apparently real topic. Fortunately, the petition does not cover road games, because there was Jenner courtside sitting last night, watching as her boyfriend closed the game with a very early entry for most disrespectful play of 2019, inbounding the ball off Sedarius Thornwell's back to finish the game with a dunk. Look, Philadelphia is not a neat or orderly team by any stretch. Stuff always seems to happen around the Sixers, and we haven't even started discussing Markelle Fultz, whose condition will reportedly be updated again next week. But if the Sixers are sometimes a circus, they sure are a fun circus. And last night they were also winners, which is, of course, the thing that counts most of all.